Okay, during the sessions, if you've got questions, please send me a chat message so that, or just basically unmute yourself and just stop me and ask me questions at any time. I'm going to start the sessions now. So just a brief introductions. GovReport is the complete and independent SBR reports and lodgement portal for business and tax practitioners to prepare and submit compliance and regulatory reports to the SBR-ready government agency. SBR is short for Standard Business Reporting, which is the government's technology initiative to replace current electronic lodgement service, or better known as EOS system. Currently, GovReport is connected to over 13 government agencies, including the Tax Office, States and Territory Revenue Offices for payroll tax, and ASIC for financial statements lodgement. We started our SBR reporting lodgement service journey since 2010, and for tax agents, GovReport has become the complete software application for you to prepare, manage, and lodge compliance reports on behalf of your clients from a single website. You can prepare and lodge all types of tax returns generally from 2012 or even earlier if it's business-related tax returns, as well as other compliance reports including activity statements, TIF and DEC, PAYG, payroll tax, and and taxable payment annual reports. With the end of financial year in mind, at GovReports, you can prepare and lodge all five types of activity statements, all 5 types of PAYG payment summaries, regardless of whether the clients use accounting or payroll software or not. If your clients use accounting or payroll software, you can upload the MGIF file. If your clients do not use accounting or payroll software, you can select the PAYG payment summary type and manually enter the details to create the reports and lodge to the ATO. You can also prepare and lodge PAYG amendment reports for those clients with incorrect details lodged, and the same for taxable payment annual reports for those clients in the building and construction industry. In terms of tax returns, generally you can prepare tax return from 2012. Like I said, for business and trusts and company partnership, whatever, you can actually go up back to 2011 onwards. Getting started with GovReport is quite simple. You can upload the client list from the existing software or from the ATO portal client list. Going forward from July this year, all the individual tax return will come with auto pre-filling. So currently you still need to do the semi pre-filling, i.e. go to the ATO portal and upload download the pre-filling and upload onto your tax return software. Going forward from July, that's in GovReports, that's no longer the case. It's automatically available directly from the tax return itself. All the tax returns come with full schedules and worksheets, and of course, because this is an online version, so ABN lookup and TIF and validation tools is available throughout the software. So what it means is that when an ABN or a TIF is entered into GovReports, it will also ensure that you have entered the correct details to minimize the errors. In terms of tax returns, of course, auto error checking throughout the forms, and it will, along the way when you prepare the tax return, it's if you detect that there is an error, you can directly go into it, redirect you to the error and for corrections. Of course, earlier tax return, if it's prepared from GovReports, you would have the rollover option as well. And because we do have other applications within GovReports, so like the digital signature, the ledger, or the practice management tool, it is integrated throughout the software, so it means that you can get access to other applications if there is a requirement. The dashboard. All applications in GovReports are customizable dashboard. services and subscriptions. So it means depending on what you need and or your requirements, it's you can customize to how you want your dashboard to look and the services that you need in GovReports as you go. Like I said, the subscriptions is flexible, so the pricing is also flexible in terms of your requirements. Certainly, if your practice is big enough with other users that you want to add on to GovReports as well, that is also an option. Also, from going forward from July, like I said, the client update is live client updates is available in GovReports. So what it means is that this is the first time you're using GovReports, of course, uploading the client list from your existing software or from the ATO portal client list, it will be an advisable recommended options to add multiple clients. But certainly, if you along the way, if you need to add a new client or need to change your address or bank details for the clients, you can simply do it directly from GovReports, and that will update onto the ATO portal directly. So that is the live client updates. And of course, selecting forms. So once you added the clients, you simply go to the forms, type and select the forms that you want, the form or the reports that you want to prepare for your clients, and basically get started. It's pretty straightforward from there for you. Once you have gone through and prepared the report or draft the reports, if you saved it or if you save and validate, it will take you back to your save report where you got a list of all your save reports, and from here you either can send it off to your clients for authorizations, or if you've got digital signature, then you can also send it off for digital signature as well. Or once you've got your client's authorization, you can select all the ones that you know that you got your client's approval. You can select them and lodge the selected reports and lodging all in one go. So for those that got digital signature, this is the dashboard, or basically you also have a separate dashboard. You need to go into it, and it will give you the list of all your clients, all the ones that you've got, all the ones that the reports that you have sent out, and you've got the signed documents coming back, and all the ones that haven't been signed. So you can basically either click the reminder or basically send the reminder to your clients to sign the reports, or you can set it up as an automatic reminder for your clients to sign it off. Because in GovReports we give you the options to customize not only just the dashboard but also many other features, including email settings. Anything that you send from GovReports, if you have email settings set up initially or set up, it means that anything you send, including from digital signature, it can be sent from your email, which means that you can track your all the documents that has been sent out from the system, and also the reminder when it gets sent to your clients. Then we also have the Office Manager, which is the practice management tool, and it's, like I said, it's incorporated and integrated seamlessly in GovReports. So it means that you can track the jobs, the tasks, or whatever, the invoice that you have sent out to your clients, etc. So full-on practice management tool. At the moment, we'd still say that it is in beta because it is a revised versions of our CLM at the moment, which we previously released 3 years ago for BAS agents. Now we're extending that to tax agents, and that will be, like I said, we will have all the full features going forward, possibly from September onwards, because it's just that we are in the middle of the tax season, so a lot of work that we want to do at this stage is being on hold. Like I said, with the practice management tool, similar to that of GovReports, you will also have you can customize the features, the services, and the tools that are available within it. The jobs, you can see the calendars, your basically your dashboard. You can customize all the features that you want to see on your dashboard. Okay, getting started with Office Manager or the Practice Management tool is pretty simple. Add the client, which if you already have clients in GovReports, it's basically you will not need to add the client again because it will be there. Then you need to add the job template and create all the jobs template that you do or the work that you do in your practice, and add the job to the client for every client that you have, and add them to calendar. Then you would have your full year of work. So this is, like I said, they add the clients. You can add one by one, or if the first time, you can upload the client list from your existing software, and in GovReports it will be transferred directly to your other applications within GovReports. The job template, you can create as many jobs templates as you want depending on the services that you offer to your clients and the types of clients that you have. So once you create the job templates, you can then attach that to the clients that you service appropriately. So what I'll do now is I'll quickly go through a quick demo. Just trying to log in again because I know it's going to log me out, so just going to try to log in. Just bear with me. Yes, because we're on Wi-Fi, so it can be quite slow as well. My apology. So this is the dashboard. On the dashboard, like I said, it is customizable, so you can adjust or put place where you want what you want on your dashboard. By going to customize, you can put, these are the widgets that you can put on your dashboard at the moment. We will add more services as more widgets onto it as we progressively as we release the features and services. So whichever that you don't want, so I'm assuming, what do I have? I'm assuming that I'm going to remove some of these things here, save it, and basically that will remove my profile. Where's my it's at the bottom, so you wouldn't be able to see. So once it's updated, you can then, sorry, it was at the bottom, so my profile has now been removed from my dashboard, but certainly you can have whatever features or widgets that you want to have on there. On here, I got the outstanding reports, which is quite a really popular features that our clients like. It basically lists out all the reports that you have, that you nominate always, which all the activities for this, in this case, it's the activity statements that I have confirmed that I want outstanding reports for. It will give me a list of all the activity statements that are unlodged for all my clients that I have in my account. So I've been a bad tax agents here, and I haven't done 34 activity statements for these clients, and etc. 12 for these clients, and of course out of that 115 that I have reports that I have not lodged for these clients. So I can go in there. If I go into the overdue, I can go straight into get straight into the reports, and it will open up the reporting form. I can then start working on that immediately. This is the activity statements, one of the activity statements. I won't go through it, but I just want to quickly show you that it is a shortcut that you can go straight into any outstanding work that or overdue reports that that the system identified. Hope it's not working. Can you check ABT? Okay, I won't go through it right now. There might be an error. Just going to check the testing. This is a testing environment, not a production environment, but that's how you go straight into it. But if you, this is not your obligations to prepare the report, you can delete the reports. To set up the outstanding reports, if this is the first time that you use it, you use GovReports, just go in to outstanding reports. You need to do the configurations. Go into client configurations, and as I mentioned, you can set up which reports you want to get outstanding reports for. Our system, what it does then is synchronize with the ATO. It's working? Okay. It's synchronized with the ATO or the respective government agency, and list out all the issues, or sorry, all the all the reports that has been generated for that client from that department. So for example, like I said, at this stage it's all from the ATOs, only at the activity statements. You can have payroll tax. I don't believe tax return is there yet, or the PAYG. So, but very soon we will have that on as well. So you can select the forms, click the clients, which clients you want to receive the reports, what types of reports. Once it's done, so for example, if I'm going to undo that, it's going to tell me that outstanding report has been synchronized successfully and that client has been removed. So now I can close that. I can update the list. And we would synchronize with the ATO. At this stage, I only tick the activity statements to ensure so that it doesn't take as long for us to go through this demo. Once I've done that, it will update the list, synchronize with the ATO, and give me the outstanding reports for all the clients that I have unlodged and overdue. I won't wait for it. I'm just going to go back to the dashboard. Not much has changed. 82. So now that I removed the earlier clients, earlier I had 114 or something. Now I have 82 because I have removed that client from my list. Okay, so from here you also have a shortcut to your save reports. Anything that you save or draft for your clients, you can quickly get a shortcut from here, and it will take you to the save reports for all the reports that you have saved. And of course, you can tick the one that you want to lodge if you know that you've got confirmation from your clients that it's they approve of the draft that you sent to them. They're happy for you to lodge. You can tick them and lodge accordingly. Okay, so that's basically the save reports. Similar with the lodge reports as well. There is a shortcut, your total lodge reports. There is a shortcut from the dashboard, and you can click on that. So if your clients wants to, or you want to send a lodgement receipt to your clients, you can simply tick on that and send an email to your clients. As I mentioned, if you've got email if you have completed email settings in your account, then anything that you sent to your clients from GovReports, it can be sent from your email. It's part of the settings, so I won't go through much of the settings today, but rather I want to show you what the features that we have in GovReports. Okay. Like I said, you can send an email to your clients. At this stage, the lodge report comes with the lodgement receipts and the activity statements in the PDF. Because I have in my account, in my testing account, I have digital signature, so both of the forms will be, both the receipts and the reports will be the part of the attachment when you send it off to your clients. You can send it to yourself. If you send it to yourself, then there's no need for the email signature, but if you send it to your clients, notice how the email signature comes through, and of course you send it to others, the same thing. I'm going to go back to the dashboard and go through what the features that we have on there. Because our news and updates, there's a lot more changes coming through here, so just keep out on that. It's just the news. We are going to give you updates on the changes as we introduce new services and features every now and then. It's probably be wise to have that online, and we also will be, any news, any system changes and whatever, we will give an update on our news. And of course, you've got access to the ATO news, live news, as well as the ICB or other associations. Shortly, we will add them on as well. Then, of course, if you've got the practice management tool, certainly, now this is a testing account, so I don't have a lot of activities in there, but you can see the overdue jobs that I have. Part of the office manager's features are available in here, so I can see my jobs, I can see my work, whatever that because I haven't been active, but certainly you can see the past jobs that I have created, and if I want to go in there and update the status of the reports, I can go in straight into it, allocate it to the person, whoever that I want to, or changes the status, or continue to basically print out the report of the jobs that I have created and basically just continue to work on that. So, like I said, it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty intuitive actually, so you can just go in, edit the job, and make the changes as you wish, and allocate it to whoever that you need to change. So it can be straight from your dashboard. But otherwise, it is throughout. These features are throughout the application. So along the way, whichever the jobs that you're working on or the clients that you're working on, at any time you can allocate the jobs or update the jobs details or the task details depending on your requirements. And of course, you've got these reports. I think this, to me, this is useless, but for many people, this is, something that they would like to see their work performance. How much they're doing, what sort of reports, how many reports they're lodging, and if they're lodging less, what does it mean? Are they having less clients, or have they not meet their clients' requirements? Due dates, because this is a testing account, so many of the features here are not really live, so bear with me. But in the production account, you would have an upcoming due dates and overdue dates and things like that live on your account. So that's basically the dashboard. And on your, before we leave that, on your left hand side you've got my clients. So depending on, like I said, if you first time you're using it, you might want to you can import the client list from the existing software, and that will give you options as to where where you're importing them from, the client's details, or all the details, and of course which software you bring in the client list from, and if it's from the ATO, what source, it's HandyTax or ATO, depending on your your previous software or where you're uploading it from. So it's pretty straightforward there. You need to map once you depending on the file that you're uploading as well. So if you in that file you've got all the details, then you need to map the data, map the field as to which field you want to import into GovReports. Otherwise, I'm just going to go back to my clients. Otherwise, like I said, you can add new clients one by one, and if this is the new clients, you can also, and I think I'm using the Google Chrome, and some details are not coming through. You should have the client updates there available there as well. So once you when you add the client's details, like I said, ABN lookup is throughout the system. So if you add the ABN, once you're adding the ABN, it would cross-check with the details, and you can cross-check with the details whether the information are correctly entered. Like I said, anywhere you put in the ABN, it will come up with the details. Like I said, this is a testing account, so it won't show up. But it's just bear in mind that when you use GovReports, ABN lookup and TFN validation will be throughout the system. Client updates. The browser is not working. Like I said, the browser that I'm using at the moment, it's hiding the client updates. This is the first time that this is a new client, it will give you the details whether you want to update onto the ATO portal or not. And yep, so that's basically my clients. And of course, if you've got additional user, you can also add them as well as part of your account. Of course, each of the user, there will be you can allocate the role and responsibilities as to what they can do within GovReports. So I'm just going to go into one just to give you to show you what it looks like. So you need to allocate for this user, I have allocated the user license as tax returns. So what it means, they can get access to all the tax returns as well as the business related forms. So if I'm going to give this person's company tax returns to do as well, then you notice that anything that I've ticked through, that it's updated, and it would advise me that it has make the changes within the system. And of course, then you can allocate the clients, the forms, what sort of forms you allocate to this user, whether they can add the new clients or not, and whether they can lodge or not, and any client on your account, whether you want to allocate to this person as well, and whether you want this person to be able to lodge for this for the client that you have allocate them to. So once you've done that, it's noted has been saved. You can close it down, and then it's being updated. My lodgements, like I said, anything that you're not too sure, you can go back to my lodgement. You can find all your historical lodgements, the EFT reconciliation statements. Your save reports can also be accessed from here as well, and of course BAS payment options for your clients, particularly for when your clients basically call you and say, hey, I can't find the payment options for my tax returns or my BAS. You can just or my BAS, you can just go straight here, put in their name, and be able to pull out the details and give it to them. So that's basically from the dashboard. So what I'm going to do now, and sorry, the way from my clients, there's a shortcut for you to, if you not in front of the clients, you're working in the back office and you want to do the tax return, you can go straight into forms, select the form that you want to lodge. But otherwise, if you're in front of the clients and it's, you're turning on GovReports and you want to prepare the tax return for them, just pull up their name. And that would take you straight to that client's name without you having to disclose your clients in front when you're opening your computer or, trying to do a tax return for them. Of course, you can close that down to make this screen wider. And from here, this is the client's profile page. You've got the work in progress. So if you allocate these clients to your one of the staff member or one of the colleagues to work on, you can certainly see the work in progress for this particular client. Of course, you can go into the overview and see what details you have on this client. So in this case, I've got the bank account details, tax file number, and of course contact details for these clients here. Anything that you want to change, you can click on edit where the pen is, or go into edit from the top, and it will give you access to the client's profile where you can edit the details. Anything that you have prepared or draft for these clients, you can see it straight from here. Notice that I've got a draft reports tax return for these clients in here, and of course the actions, what I want to do with it, whether I want to edit it or open the form and have a look. Or if I want anything that I've lodged for these clients, I can go straight into the lodge column, and it will show me the lodge, anything that I have lodged for these clients. And who has access to these clients? Of course, at this stage, no one has access to these clients. And any jobs or invoices that I have raised for these clients will also be there historically as well. So for now, what I'll do is I'll quickly show you through the tax return process. As I mentioned, from July onward, all the tax return in GovReports will come with automatic pre-filling. So no longer will you need to go to the ATO and download the pre-filling and then upload onto your tax return software or into GovReports. I won't go through the process of doing the thing, but I have drafted, I have put in to save me the time of data entry. So I have created a draft tax return here. I'm just going to go through that. So it opened up the tax returns. Now this is, like I said, this is at the moment I have entered some of the details here. The pre-filling, all the details has been from here is pre-filled from GovReports, the details that you have entered earlier in the client's profile. So just go through that and check it. If there's anything that you change, you need to go back and also change from GovReports itself and not from the forms. Go through that, click next. Oops. Of course, then you go through the Medicare and private health insurance. Of course, you can click through here and go to change from one page, one section to another. So again, if the auto pre-fillings is there, all these details will be automatically coming up. But if not, you can get the details. If some of these details if your clients have more details to add, then you certainly can add more row and fill in the details as you go. So I'm just going to delete that since I don't have any details there. I can delete it. And of course, these sections you need to complete, fill out, depending on your client's, personal situations. You fill out the details, whether they have any children, any exemptions, and of course, surcharge, whether it's has been applied, and for how many days, depending on their personal situations. To add a spouse, just simply click on the spouse or click next, and once you complete that section, click next, and it will take you to the next section, so the next page, which is the spouse details. And of course, if you've got the spouse details, you can add the spouse details in straight here. Notice that each of the field is clear or white. Where it's white, you can enter the details. Where it's gray, that means you have to either look on your left-hand side or look at where there's a a white field. That's where you can fill in the details, and the gray section will be updated automatically. So once I'm happy with all the details that I have entered on the spouse, I can click next or save. If you continuously working on the form, no need for you to click save on every page. GovReports will automatically save it. But if you need to get out and come back later on, definitely you will need to save it and save and resume, or save it so that you will not need to come back and fill in the details again. So now what I'm going to do next is just click on the income sections. And of course, if automatic pre-filling means that these details will be automatically filled out, and if the client has more data, more income to add, you simply click the add form and put in the next ABN, the next employer's details onto the form. Since I don't have, like I said, I want to save the time going through the process, so I will not add any details. Anywhere that you're not too sure, just basically, there's also where it's a question mark, it's basically information's help guide that giving you along the way, so that you know what to expect. Okay, so just go through the income sections. Anything that you need to add it in. Like I said, the gray sections, that's where you can't fill in, but so if you can't see where the clear sections, then you need to check on the left-hand side where there is schedules that you can add in, and that will automatically update onto the main form. Okay, so that you've got the bank details there with the interest. And when you click next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in some, I'm going to go into some of the schedules to show you what it looks like. So the rental schedules, so we've got the details there in gray. Notice it's in gray, that means I can't really enter anything. So I'm going to go into the rental schedules, rental property schedule. I've got the details right there, right, which is part of the income that I've got here. The net rent is loss of $1,419. I can go in and edit it. $1,419. That's correct. So anything that you want to add in, you can add more rows, or any changes that you want to make in here, just go straight into here and make the changes. Once you make the changes, it's automatically update onto the main form. Like I said, I'm not going to make much changes here, just to show you where you can find it. And once you, otherwise, if I go into the business work schedule, again, the same thing. You can click on edit and make the changes in the data, the entry that you enter earlier, and that will update onto the main form. And notice that's basically, I believe it's 2,000, total income is 2,610. So that's fine. If I click next, that will also show that as well. That's 2,610. And of course, anything that you need to change or add along the way, just make sure the schedules are on the left-hand side. That's basically where you find, like I said, add in the incomes and so forth. So I'm going to click next. And that shows you the working, and anything that you're not too sure. Like I said, I want to keep this as simple as possible. Okay, and of course the income, the rental income, and the business income added together, the net supplementary income that will be added onto the tax returns. Okay, now we're up to the deductions. Again, similarly, all the schedules are on your left-hand side, just where appropriate. You just basically add in the schedules. Otherwise, here, for example, if I want to add more expenses, I can do so, put in the amount. That's part of car expenses, but assuming that I want to add extra onto it, I can do that so, and that will update the details. Otherwise, the same thing, it's add up and it will update on the gray sections. You can only enter where the white field or the clear field is. Similarly, the same thing, and of course any work schedules that you need, it's just basically on your left-hand side. Like I said, along the way you can check the errors, but because this is I have filled in all the details, so I know there's no errors in there, but otherwise you can check the errors throughout. And of course, throughout the forms, there's or print the tax estimate as you go along under actions. Okay, so you can see the errors. You can go back and check it, and it takes you straight into where you have entered the incorrect details. Like I said, for now, I'm not going to go through the details of the tax returns and so, but I want to show you where you can find, basically how you do the tax return, or how you work with the GovReports. So, assuming that's all good, all the tax deductions that you have added in, you then go next to the declaration sections. Check the details of your name, your clients, and if you're happy with everything, the agent number, agent reference number, and if you're happy with everything, just says that 10 minutes. Click next. From here, this is the lodgement section. This is when you're happy with everything, you want to save as a draft, or you want to come back to it later, or you can save and validate it and checking again. Save and validate means that it's going to check with error, save it and check for errors, and basically finalize the tax return. Or if you've got digital signature, you can save, validate, and send for signature directly from here. For now, what I'm going to do is, I know there was errors to be checked, so I'm just going to save as a draft. Submit, because I know I can't finalize it. It will check for error, and it will take me back to correcting the error. So what I'm going to do now, then once you've saved it, it will take you to your save report, your list of save reports. From here, notice that's the one I've just done, and it's now in draft. I've got a few that has been valid. Oh, that's also in draft as well. Okay, for all the ones that you have valid status, you can then send it off for digital signature. If you, for example, this is the company activity statements. If you want to send it off for digital signature, you can send it off for signature. And of course, if you want to create this, attach this to an existing job that you have. If you have practice management tool, you can attach to an existing job or create a job for a staff member to follow up. Depending, if it's halfway through, it's like I said, it is quite intuitive. So depending on your work status or your how you run your practice, it can be done. It can be quite flexible. If I am to send this for signature, I'll just quickly show you what it looks like. It will now redirect and attach the tax return, or the in this case I have sent off the activity statements for the digital signature, just to show you what it looks like. Like I said, you can set reminder, you can set a date, expiry date. So because most of our compliance reports do have a deadline to lodge, you can set a deadline so that the clients come back to you, and if they send it to you back, submit it to you back or with a signature after the due date, certainly you can claim that it's not an issue on your side because they send it back. So, and therefore the reasons for the late lodgement, if there is a fine or whatever related. Sorry, it takes forever to get here. Notice the attachment of the activity statements there, and if, of course, if you've got your own, letter of engagement or invoice, you can send it out directly to you can also upload it. But certainly, if this is completely not a GovReports document, you can start a new form by simply click there and send, or attach the form, the documents that you want to send off. For now, I just want to show you quickly. You can add multiple documents, as I said, upload the new documents and attach to the existing to the GovReports documents. And you can add more than one recipients to receive these documents as well and get them to sign. Or it might be that they just want to view only, so you can decide what sort of role you want them to play. Each of the recipients play. So now this is not a real account. Okay, like I said, set reminder. You can create the reminder. If this is an activity statement, like I said, because you can ignore your client as much as possible, making sure that they're lodging, you can, for example, I put in the 1 day after the first time you send it. After 1 day, if they haven't signed, the system will automatically send them a reminder, and it repeats every second day. And if the lodgement due date is in 10 days, you can put in the expiry date is in 10 days, and notification come out to them the day before it's expired. So you can save that and then click next, and mark the signature where you want your clients to sign on the document. Pretty straightforward, assuming that I want them to, I want them to sign there. There's actually 2 pages. I didn't want to go to the second page. Sorry, there's a second page. So I'm going to get them to sign it twice. Send for signature, and that's basically it. Okay, so now you go into your documents of the digital signature. You can see the list of all the sent documents that you have sent. The one that you just sent is now pending for signature. All the other one has been signed, etc. So you can always go back to it, and depending on your where you are at in your process. So I'm now going to go back to the dashboard, to GovReports. Okay, from your client side, when they receive the documents, they can just simply go into it. They can view it, click there to view the documents. Now, because I open the digital signature as a sender, so if I open this, the application on the same browser, it's likely to crash. So I'm going to close that. And if this is the recipient, this is your clients receiving the tax returns or the documents that you see, they can simply go straight into it. When they click view document, it will automatically send them a password, a one-time password. They can use that. They can go in, copy it, paste it in there, and that's the one-time password, so they do not need to remember the password they created for the GovReports when they go in to sign any documents for you. You can mark where the signatures to be, otherwise I'll just click sign all. You know, I'm assuming that, you know, I'm happy with everything. It automatically put my signature where I'm supposed to sign. Notice how the signatures already went there. And I can click finished, signed, done. And when they sign it, they submit it back to you. They will automatically, the recipient, your clients will automatically receive an email with the signature, that the copy that they have signed, without you having to send it. So that's the copy that they've signed. So now I'm going to GovReports. I'm just going to close that. Go back to GovReports. That's the clients that I've sent off for signature earlier. The status will now change. Key is now valid and signed. So that's where, so now you can, if it's a tax return, just imagine it's a tax return, you now can tick off all the one that has signature, and then you can lodge multiple multiple reports in one go. I believe that's, yeah, okay, lodge it. Once you've lodged it, that's it. It's confirmed that it has been lodged successfully. You can go back to your dashboard and give it a few minutes before it's coming through. It might be still in the queue. Once it's been lodged, you would see that your today's lodgement will be updated. Once ATO has received it and you got a lodgement receipts, that will automatically update it there. So that's basically the process in GovReports lodgements, or using the GovReports in terms of preparing the compliance report and lodging to the ATO. Similarly, with other reports as well, you can just go in, depending on your client's requirements. Like I said, you can access to other forms and services. So if I was to do OSR, the same thing, the same process. So depending on your requirements and what you do for your clients, certainly I believe that GovReports can assist you with that. For those with PAYG, as we mentioned, clients with that do not use accounting or payroll software, you can do it manually by creating manual, like I said, manual process and fill in the client's details. Of course, your client's details is there, but certainly the payee's details you can add in, confirming which type of reports that you want to do, which financial year, and so forth. So like I said, it's pretty straightforward from there. Once you select the form, I think it's pretty much you can get on to that. Any questions? Questions? Okay, if it seems like you I don't have any questions from anyone, but if you have further questions that you want to ask, certainly can send us an email or give us a call, and we'll be more than happy to answer your queries. But that's pretty straightforward. Sorry, I got a message. Sorry. Mark, the ledger program and the CRM modules, are they going to be added to tax agents later? Yes, we currently do have the ledger, which is called the IAM, the Interactive Accounts Manager. Yes, you can. You can certainly get access to those at the moment. If you're interested, you can also. If you're already a GovReports account holder, just if you want to trial them, just send us an email or give us a call, and we'll certainly can assist you with that. I don't think the ledger. Hang on, just like I said, it's pretty straightforward from here too. I'll just go through that. It is detachable module, so you know, depending on your client's requirements as well, you know, if they are simple, straightforward, and just perhaps they only need the sales details only, you can also buy just also subscribe for them just the sales modules rather than just the whole thing, but it is pretty easy to use. It's already there. Like I said, if for those clients that you already have, you can just simply, if this is a tax rate, you know, the account that you want to hold for 2015. In this case, I have these clients in here that has already, I have started the process. I can just click onto that. Just sorry, it's taking a long time. I said, I haven't done any work, but certainly you can see there you've got bank details, bank register, bank feeds, the sales modules, purchases, payroll, and charts of account, general ledger, budgets, and reports. So everything's there. Yep. And from here, you can see the taxation. You can generate the GST reports, the BAS, the company tax return, and of course payroll tax, depending on your requirements. Like I said, these because this testing account, I don't have a lot of details in there, but certainly all the modules, all the services are there for you to for your requirements, to meet your client's requirements. CRM modules, we haven't got them yet, Mark, sorry, my apology. Only the ledger program. Yeah, like I said, because I haven't put any details in here, so yeah, it's very straightforward, simple. Perhaps we cover the ledger program on a different separate sessions, where I have entered some of the details, and it looks like it's a working account. Any other questions? Cool. All right, thank you guys. Thank you. If you don't have any other questions, I'll finish off. And like I said, if you've got any other questions, let us know. Thank you. And by the way, the recording of this webinar will be available from the webinar listing page. So let us know if you can't find it or if you need to get access to it. Thanks, guys.